Welcome to Update 2 on what is now Tropical Depression Fred. It was Tropical Storm Fred just yesterday, but has since been downgraded to a Tropical Depression since that point. Current satellite imagery, not looking terrible, but all the thunderstorms are blown off to the east-southeast of the system center due to high wind shear, or at least moderate in most areas on the storm, although it could be getting slightly better as it moves towards the Gulf. Current watches and warnings and the NHC forecast cone, you can see there is tropical storm watches for the majority of the eastern half of Cuba's coast, and currently watches for the Florida Keys and all the way up close to Tampa. NHC forecast track brings it straight up by Tallahassee and brings it straight into that area by around 8 p.m. on Sunday into the early morning on Monday. Current expected track for the HWFI, me, and the NHC compared to each other. As you can see, quite similar tracks, except for the HWFI towards the beginning, where it actually takes a track that goes and dips down towards Cuba. It is only one of two models that shows that at this moment in time. Current sea surface temperatures are prime for a storm if the other conditions can get right for this system, which is not looking quite as likely at this moment. It could potentially become a minimal hurricane still, but that is looking less and less likely as time continues. Current intensity prediction, I still think it could get up to 60-65 miles per hour. NHC still going with 60 miles per hour. HWFI going with 50 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour. I think this system has a chance to get up to 70, 75, maybe even 80 at the most as this enters the Gulf, or if something drastic changes and the conditions such as dry air and wind shear get better for the system, and with the Gulf piping hot at the moment, potentially maybe even a Cat 2 from the system, although that is very unlikely at this current moment in time. Current intensities for this storm, we have 35 miles per hour from the ADT version 8, NHC, and me, while the ADT version 9 is going with 40 miles per hour, which is enough to bring Fred back to a tropical storm status, but I still believe that this is a tropical depression, although I do believe that it will reattain that tropical storm status throughout the night or into the early morning. Potential damage index from the system for Cuba is a 2, as the surge will be none to minimal for Cuba. Rainfall is still a potential threat, 5 to 8 inches, maybe even up to 10 in isolated areas. Not moving too fast for the system, but it is not slow at the moment. It could slow down somewhat as it continues, but it will likely speed up as it enters the Gulf. And the winds are not too much of a threat at the moment. The only real threat for winds could be later on in the Gulf if the system does eventually become a tropical storm or hurricane as it makes landfall, likely in Florida, but potentially all the way out into Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Thank you guys for watching this update. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll catch you in the next one.